Welcome to Dragon Bricks. My name is Nathan, and this will be the first build update video for my channel. I am starting a new section of my fantasy world, which I started in my first video of my medieval tavern, and now I am going to be building a magical forest. And right here you can see the beginning of that, which is a giant tree, which will be in the center of the forest. Currently, it doesn't have any leaves. The next build update video, that is what I plan on adding. Now, I haven't forgotten about my medieval tavern and the whole medieval town over there, and I 100% still plan on expanding that. If you've seen my first video or other video, you know about that. But I wanted to branch out, literally, and start building a different section alongside the other one. So before I get into the more details about the tree, I will start by talking about the little portal down here, which is how I started this build. I sadly don't have any time-lapse footage, however, that will be coming in the next build update. Now, before I even put the first brick down for the tree, I made this portal right here. The tree is meant to be a conduit of power of sorts to allow this portal or gateway to connect to another world. It is also inspired off the Wheel of Time and is meant to be somewhat like a gateway to the ways, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. You can see the Avendasora leaves on the front there. And the reason I have that is I will also be having Wheel of Time characters coming out of the portal. On this cart, you can see right here, which was the next thing I made. Standard little medieval cart, somewhat inspired off of Gandalf's cart. The things on the wheels you'll see the reason for those at a later date. I will also be building more Wheel of Time characters coming in the next or future updates, and we'll be filling out a good handful of the ones that left on the adventures at the beginning of the book. So these were the first two things I made, and then I started building the tree, which we will now go back to. Now, coming back to our lovely tree here, I don't have any good videos of me building the structure, but I can take off a couple of the panels and show you kind of how the inside looks. So right there, you can see it is mainly just a normal structure with brick modifieds to put the plates up, and then angled ones here that are perfectly aligned so that it can go up right here and fit nicely in between the two things. Took a lot of experimenting to get it that way. Obviously the inside is completely rainbow. I'll put the zoom back out here. Now that those are back on the inside, I also note there is a long Technic beam just like this one. It even sticks out beneath the base, which is why it is raised up like it is. This whole thing gives stability to the entire tree and is incredibly important for the overall structure. I think without it, it would be tipping over right now, but I can pick it up, no problem, wiggle it around. The branches, they won't move out of place. Everything's nicely set in. Took a lot of forethought to get it that way. I don't know where I would have been without this good thing in there. As for the top, the branches, most of them are also, the big ones are connected by Technic, like this bigger one you can see right here. There's a couple Technic pieces coming out from the central beam. And then all the other ones are connected with brackets and ball joints. All the ball joints, they will be hidden by the leaves. I didn't really have any other option. I wish LEGO made that piece in brown, but they don't, so gray it shall be. Also on the branches, you can see right there up in that corner, I use this at the point, there's a little hose-like piece or Jurassic Park fencing. I don't really know what it's called. But that holds up a lot of the bigger branches that are on angles because I can only connect them at one point, so I have those hoses to hold them up. And they will be brown, I just don't have the pieces yet, so they'll be coming. Now you may be wondering why the tree just looks completely dead right now, or no leaves, and I always like to build trees first, their basic branch structure, Once you have all of this, it makes it so much easier to put the leaves on, and it really gives you an idea of how to build the base structure of a tree, which is incredibly important in my opinion to get the look right. So leaves will be coming next. The branch structure I might change a few things a little bit as I need to make tweaks, but overall not much will change. It'll just be a matter of putting the leaves on, and that will be the next build update. Now, for the color of the tree, I plan on using these purple leaves that have been floating around at all the pick-a-brick walls lately. It's a magical tree, so I think that'll look well as the center of the forest. I plan on doing it in either combination like the one you can see here, with just some darker purple accents on there, and it'll be out the whole tree. Also considering adding some gold leaves into the mix. If anyone has any opinions, let me know what you think of the two. Obviously, I'm going to be showcasing both in the next build update, and we'll see where that goes. And in the future, plans for the Magic Forest, obviously the base will not be staying the way it is right now with just little bits of tan bricks showing. It's going to expand all around the tree. There might be stony hills, other small trees, and then the Magic Forest, I envision it continuing to expand and being rather large, maybe with mushroom house villages or all manner of different magical type things. There'll also obviously be a road leading out from the portal here, where the wagon will be coming out of the portal, and we'll be heading down the road away with all of the characters to go off on new adventures in my world. This will be part of the world along with the Fantasy Tavern Medieval Village section, and I plan on building both series side by side. I forgot to include this in my first take of the video, but here is a size comparison of the tree next to, first, a minifigure of Matt Cawthon. Put him right there. You can see the tree, he's quite a bit smaller than the entire tree, and then comparing it to my arm, or forearm, you can see the tree still dwarfs that. And here you can see the tree compared to the massive UCS AT-AT, which still beats the tree by just a little bit. Now that's it for this build update video. But wait, before you go, I have posted this wizard koala, who also has two other outfits, to LEGO Ideas. And if you like my medieval fantasy builds, please go over there and help support to make this guy into a real LEGO set. I will have a link in the description below that takes you right to it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts on the tree or the Magic Forest, please be sure to let me know. And I will see you all in the next update.